What's going on, guys? Here it is, your boy Liswa Mutupi, and once again it's me, not only me but also Kayla Danya playing with me. But yeah, we just killed our live session. We just went through the live session with the team members, the premium members. I'm excited with the results that I'm seeing, with the progress that we're making as a team as a whole. And I decided that I can share with you guys just a few setups that we did cover. Obviously, I've got only specific pays that I dive a bit more too deep in it with the members, but I decided that I can show you guys maybe GPG Pui, maybe Nasdaq. I know you guys do love that, and maybe Dex. I don't know, I'll just see what I can play around with. Sorry, Kayla. But yeah, just make sure that you do watch, make sure that you do enjoy. Not only that, just make sure that you do also get to like and subscribe this video. As you do know, I'll be coming out with more videos that are going to be showing you guys what you can expect within the markets. And luckily I'm posting this on this day, meaning that you can get to watch and see the whole mindset that I have before the market even opens, which is amazing. But yeah, I will see you guys. Okay, now let's go on to the dollar index, and then let us remind ourselves on what's the dollar index like now. So let us remind ourselves on what is the bigger movement of the dollar, what actually is happening on the dollar, and how we can take advantage of that, which is great. And I saw some of you guys share setups in the team, which is exciting. It's exciting to see you guys share setups just like this, So it's better to prepare for the week than not to prepare for the week. That way, when you enter the markets, you'll enter the markets with a cleaner mindset. Okay. So looking at the dollar, obviously we've broken out of this bigger structure here, this huge structure here. We've broken out of it impulsively. Not only that, we broke out of it impulsively. And then once we got to this area, we started moving downwards in a corrective manner. Obviously, we saw a left shoulder here, we saw a head, and then a right shoulder here. So we're like, price should shoot all the way to the upside. Our target was till here and then go back, continue going back down. But it respected these areas here, this previous support area, it respected, came back here as a resistance, and then it started going to the downside. But I still have the same bias. Because you can see we broke our highs here, came back. This could be almost close to our highest low. So I still see us going a bit more to the upside, maybe till here, and then we'll be able to see whether are we gonna go down or are we just going back within the structure. So what I mean is that I'm seeing such a move from the dollar index respecting here. I'll show you guys on the small time frame where I'm seeing this, and obviously coming here, and then obviously third touch coming all the way to here, giving us a third touch, then either going back to the downside or just breaking these areas and getting back in structure, continuing down its upward trend. But yeah, that will just be a trade for looking forward on what it does when it gets here. But for now, I want us to focus on this specific movement, and I don't want us to put our support areas here yet because it didn't give us some sort of support area up until it does show us that. So let me just go on the 4-hour chart just to show you guys what it is that I am seeing on it, man. Beautiful setup here. Obviously, pattern to the upside, it broke out. Pattern to the upside, it broke out here, but it went back to the downside, and then it started respecting these areas. So here you can simply see that I've got this as my lows, my lower low. Yes, once price does break below these lower lows, then I can say that we have a next target of till here, meaning that once there's a candlestick that closes below, there's a 4-hour candlestick, because I'm doing these lines on 4-hour. Once it does break this here, what level is it? 92.473. Then there's our next target is all the way to here by 91.723. And from here, then we'll be looking to maybe take advantages of buy to the upside, maybe this being our target, but also this area. This is what we've been looking at. It's also the third touch that I showed you guys on the daily. That's what we've been looking at. So we've got two types of support areas that are guiding us to the upside, meaning that here we can focus such a move, saying that price obviously is going to come down to here, and then we're looking for a buy. If that doesn't happen and it breaks below here, obviously you can take a sell. This is a very big movement. It's a very big range that you can make money off. But after that sell that you have made profits on, obviously then you'd be looking for another buy from here all the way to the upside. So these are two different things that we're going to be looking at. It's the same scenario, same movement to the upside all the way to here, and then from here, that's when we're going to start seeing that is the market trying to go down, and we're going to see what the market is giving us and how it got there and everything. So now we know for sure that we've got two types of support areas. If this one does get broken, obviously we come in here and we're going all the way to the upside. And if this one does get broken, obviously it's not a scenario that we're looking into. But if it does get broken, then we know for sure that we are looking for sells now. We're looking for sells all the way to the downside or to the next support area. Let's see. Yeah, all the way to the downside. Actually, it's not even to the next, because the next support area is all the way down to here. So if this one does get broken, then we've got a very big sell that's going to be coming up, a very big sell. So those are things that we need to be looking into. So this is actually going to help us be able to know, okay, what the dollar index, yes, we are looking for sells or we are looking for buys, but the range is like this. Let's say if I may take my range in here, I'll just put it all the way up to here. For 770 pips, we know for sure that okay, there's the ranging within this cell will be 770 pips. More likely we can take it, but we know for sure that if it does respect, and we go all the way to the upside from here, then obviously we've got a buyer's market all the way to 3,900 pips, which is close to 4,000 pips, and you can make money off of it. Okay, so let me go down on the 1 hour chart right here. Okay, you can see beautiful pattern that has presented itself. Obviously, now structure is moving upwards, came back down, it's moving down, it's in a descending manner. Not only that, but I like the fact that the way that I was able to spot this out too is that I was able to spot that this is actually trying to give us some sort of a pattern on which you do know patterns, guys. This actually does help us be able to come up with different types of mindsets. Right? We have to see what the market is telling us with different types of skills that we have been able to acquire. So here you can see obviously price went up. This is our X leg, A leg, B leg right here, which is the 61.8 level, respected, beautiful, went up. So obviously the next level is gonna be at the level D, which is 127 level, and that's where our entry has to be. Right here, and this is where our entry should be. So with this pattern, it's saying that we should enter here. Our stop loss should be a bit more or less than here, and obviously we're going all the way to the upside. So this is the first setup that we're going to take on the bias. So I'm okay to even take a loss on it, because at the end of the day my rewards are a bit more maximum, because we're going all the way. First target obviously it's here by the top side, but we're going all the way to, okay, I don't think I have it on our chart. Let's see. Okay, I haven't got it on the 1 hour chart, but we're going all the way to, let me just do this real quick so we can be able to see the chart right here. Okay, so it appears on the, okay, it does appear on the hour chart. So 957, 957, we're going all the way up to somewhere around these areas here, and somewhere around these areas is where we're going to. So our first target is here, but we're going all the way up until somewhere around these areas, which is powerful, which is amazing. Those are things that we are looking for. So we will enter with the first buyers looking for. Okay. There we go. We'll enter with the first bias, obviously with using this beautiful godly pattern. And once it does pay out, obviously we know that that's one thing that we're looking for. But if it does fail, take us out at stop loss. Obviously we know the next target is all the way down to there, which is like what I think it was like a few thousand pips, 700 pips. I'm not too sure about that. Then we know for sure that we're going to be capitalizing on that. We're going to be capitalizing on that. So that's the dollar. It's amazing to understand how the dollar is more likely to move like. Then you know that okay, whatever pair that you're taking, there is a dollar within it. Then there's more, you are more likely to, let's say now for instance, I know for sure that if this does get here, then it goes back to the upside. I know I'm going to be selling what? I'm going to be selling euro US dollar and going all the way to the downside with the euro US dollar, because euro US dollar moves in about in a bit more compared to, okay, euro US dollar, it moves in a bit more. There we go. Euro US dollar, the same thing that you're seeing here, it moves just like this, but in the opposite way. So you can simply see here it's shut down. Euro US dollar is this red chart that you're seeing here. Here it shut up and then started correcting. Euro US dollar done the same, started correcting. Here it shut down. Dollar index shut down. Euro US dollar shut all the way to the upside, and then it done this thing, a young correction here. Euro US dollar done the same, corrected to the downside, and this beautiful retracement, which is the same one that you're seeing here. So obviously, if you're saying that when it gets we are buying this dollar index going up, that means that we are saying that if Euro USD gets around these areas here, then we are going to be selling Euro USD and then going down all the way down with Euro USD. And luckily, when you're selling here, your stop loss is going to be super fixed, maybe 15 pips, somewhere around there, 12, 15, and then your target is going to be, risk reward would be 5% and so on, which is amazing. For the first target, though, there's still more targets that we're going to be looking or getting from the markets now. Okay, more members are now showing up. But yeah, that was the dollar index, guys. That was the dollar index. So So let me make sure that now we jump into the next one, which is the USD ZAR. Amazing, amazing one this one, yeah. Okay, let's start off first with the daily bigger time frame. Looking beautiful, still the same structures that I had. I'm not too sure if we once went through these structures, but daily structures, beautiful. You can simply see obviously price shut down here. Price started doing its things, started moving in the ranging market. Then now see where it's at. And remember, we said what? We said that the dollar is going to be gaining strength. We said that we are seeing buy market on the dollars, and that the dollar is actually giving us a buy market, on which this is actually something that supports us too. Because see here, from here, first touch, second touch, price can either give us a third touch here or can respect this area as a double bottom. And yes, it seems like it did. It's respecting this area as a double bottom. I'll show you guys on a smaller time frame. So here on USD ZAR, you have to go all the way up to here, which is our target on the daily time frame. And once it does get you, obviously we'll try to seek if it will break and go all the way to 19 rands. But so far our target is at 17 rand 90 cents. So obviously you know that if you want to withdraw, but you don't urgently need money from your account, you can wait a few more days, maybe like 2 weeks or a week. I'm not too sure how long it can take, the whole process, but let's see. Here it moved literally each and every day, was shooting upwards. So yeah, possibly 2 days. I'm not 2 days, I meant 10, close to 10 days, it literally spiked all the way up to here. So yet you can see maybe 2 weeks. I'd say 2 weeks. This whole week move can take 2 weeks. Depends on how the market is. At times the market can literally take 3 days to go all the way to the upside. Such as here, you would see here, it took like literally just 1 day, 2 day, 3 day to move all these pips. So yeah, those are things that I was actually looking at. Let me remove this too. Show you guys what I'm seeing on the daily time. I'm on the 4 hour. Okay. There we go. Obviously, you can see this area is our support. If I may draw my support areas that normally how I would love to draw them by zone, I'll have it just like this. But you can simply see it's at our support areas. Né? And we didn't just get here. Remember, what's more important is how we get there. Né? So we got here in a bit more descending type pattern. We got here with the descending more type pattern, on which I'll show you guys on the 1 hour time frame. And yeah, this area being our supports here. 1 hour, so I can show you guys this pattern. It's not support or resistance that matters, it's how we get there, on which most people don't get that. But beautiful pattern, descending type, falling wedge, I would even say, to be specific with the pattern. And yeah, it gave us first touch at the top, second touch, third touch here, and also first touch, second touch, third touch here. So either we can see two different types of things. Now we can either see the market respecting this area here, giving us just the double bottom here. Then we have to execute buys here, go up with it obviously, but you have to be a bit more careful with this one here, meaning that your stop loss should be just below here. This is where your stop loss should be, just below here. Below this area. What level is it? 16 rands 0.7. That's why your stop loss should be a bit below, even if it's like 2 pips or something. But as long as it's below here, on which it's the lowest point, where my week rejected, which is here. And not only that, but if it does come all the way down to here, on which I'd love for price to come all the way down to here, get to our buy zone, then any candlestick that I can see that I've rejected here within this area, perfect. I'm taking that obviously, and I'm gonna have a bit more tighter stop loss, not because I want it to be tight, but because of the fact that that's where technically my stop loss should be. First target could be here, 30%. That's the first target, but we know that we're moving up. Second target, which is here, 7%. But not only this, we're still going on the daily. Not to show if it will be visible. My daily trend lines don't show my 1 hour lines because I didn't make them be like that. But you can still take profit somewhere around here, take 20%. So either you can hold this whole 20% move, or you can just still capitalize from the buys that are gonna be coming, because it's gonna shoot up here, then you can retrace, then you get a perfect setup, you go up with it again, it retraces, you get a perfect setup, you go up with it again, and so on. So those are ways that you can be able to take advantage of the USD ZAR. But it also helps you be able, because I noticed a lot of you guys also in the team trade with the dollar account, so it'll help you be able to know what you can do with your account. If you want to fund, you can fund now, and you can just keep your money easily when it gets to 17,000. If let's say you funded 1,000 rands, $1,000 and then it gets to 17,000. Obviously, it means that you easily made 1,000 rands without even having to trade. And obviously, if you trade, that's gonna be a bit more better because of the profits that you made, and the just in general the dollar gaining strength. So normally I would be day trading these pairs because now at first when I was still trying out, when I was still building my tradings and my trading account and all those things, my dream was to become a full-time day trader because at times when you're trying to grow a brand, when you're trying to also help out students, when you're trying to do a lot of things, it's not too simple to trade and become a day trader because you have to give a lot of attention to that net. So what I done is that luckily at that time, yes, I focused more on it. I focused more on it. Just it gets to a point whereby all my businesses, all these things that I do have going on, they get to a point whereby they can run themselves. And after that, I can start focusing more on just day trading. Literally just as soon as I wake up, I look for the market entries. I look at what I can do and all these things. And at the same time, I know that I'm still providing value. At the same time, I know that I can get to just work 1 hour or even maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours on my brand forex Jesus. I can work 2 hours on just maybe shooting my YouTube, or maybe an hour. It doesn't take me too long. I can work a few hours just on managing my businesses for a day, and they'll still be able to run for a week and stuff. So those are things that I was actually dreaming of doing, just so I can be able to trade on a much more smaller scale and be able to use my strategy on a much more smaller time frame. So which is one thing that I was able to achieve. I'm excited of that. But now you can simply see here with these pairs. These are my day scan, meaning that each and every day I come and I scan these trades. Now, so here obviously the market broke out of here, so our next target is here at the lowest high. I mean here at the high. Ne? So also you can even see with the fundamentals and all these things that are going on. Speaking about Apple releasing new products, speaking about Tesla doing this, all these things that are happening. So it shows us that yes, for real, these companies are gonna be gaining strength, and if these companies are gaining strength, Apple already is like I'm one of the top. Just search out quick the. I'm not too sure if you guys can see this. Okay, let me just come here real quick. Share this tab real quick. There we go. Top 5 companies of Nasdaq. Top 5. Nasdaq. Okay, it's not giving me what yeah, this one. Let me enter this one. Yeah, Apple, Comcast, this one. Yeah, Pepsi, Chatter Communications, T-Mobile, broadband, and all these things. I'm not too sure if it's giving me with the list because there's your Amazon, there's your Apple, there's your Microsoft, there's your Facebook. These ones are actually the ones that I like to follow most. So if you know that Facebook is gaining strength or whatever that's happening that's gonna be pushing Facebook, Nasdaq is more likely to be shaking because of that. If you find out that Amazon is just has released new products and so on, or is just pushing upwards, this is also affecting it's also affecting the whole cycle of. There we go. Yeah, you can see it here by one or by list. Yeah, this is actually the list that I wanted. I think I should even save this. Save this one. Yes. Okay, no, save this image. Okay, here it is. Okay, yeah, let me leave it like this. Can you guys see this? Okay, I've done a mistake. Okay, but I've saved it. I'll send it in the team. Okay. There we go. Okay, let me just get back onto it now. My screen. Okay. There we go. Here, I made a mistake. Sorry about the jam. There we go. You can see these companies: Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, which is Alphabet, but which is Google, Facebook, Intel, which is on the computer brand, Cisco, Comcast, but focus more on this top. This is the top 5 now. So if something is happening at Microsoft, obviously, what can you expect from Nasdaq? Bigger spike to the upside. You can expect a lot of things because it's the first company that influences Nasdaq now. Apple, what happens if Apple gains strength? It's the first company that influences It's the second one that influences Nasdaq. So you know for sure that you can, there's like whatever that happens within Apple, Nasdaq is more likely to be shaken. Amazon too, even Google and Facebook. So those are things that you have to be following. Let me come back to it. So I like that. It's a bit more easy to understand. It's a bit more easy to read. It's a bit more easy to follow through with. So yeah, we can simply see here our highest high was here, and obviously with understanding also what I just shown you guys now. There's a lot of fundamentals that speak about these companies that I showing you guys now. Getting investors, moving upwards, being the top of the chain, and all these things, meaning that there is a lot of buys that we're gonna be seeing. This is our target, but literally, guys, I can even tell you guys, guarantee that even if you buy Nasdaq and you just close your account, obviously not buy like margin out, but you buy Nasdaq, proper risk, and you shut down your account and you leave it for a few let's say a few weeks and stuff, you will see price is going to be breaking above here and going all the way to the upside. Maybe you will come back with your account, I don't know, 5 times your account and stuff. But that's just how I understand it, né? So this is our low, our previous resistance broken out. Now price came back to retest it as support. You can see here price is even giving us a correction here on the 1 hour time frame. I'll show you guys that real quick. Give us a retest. So here basically our stop loss, whatever we're doing, our stop loss can be here, and our target is here. Our first target is here. Okay, so let's go on the 1 hour chart. There we go. Like this, keep it like this. Nice. Other members just got in 9, just got in now. Okay, first touch here, second touch. Price, instead of giving us the third touch, on which it can happen, we're not making makers, the price can still come down and give us the third touch, but instead of giving us the third touch, price just literally rejected within this areas. Remember what I said now. Once it rejected, you can always look for buys around those buy zone. This is a buy zone here. So price came back here, rejected, next candle bullish. So easily this was a buy trade, but I didn't execute on this buy trade because of Friday. Fridays, I don't like trading because if I do trade, I can hold my trades over for the next week, or just the whole, movement of the market and stuff. And I don't want to be giving money back that I've worked hard for during the week on Fridays, which would suck. If I'm positive for the week, then Fridays I'll just let it slide. I won't want to trade because I'm in profits. The little or the much that the market gave, the little that the market gave me is much for me. That's how I can put it. Né? So yeah, obviously maybe price can just, but how impulsive this candlestick is, it's a bit more scary, but we can still see a movement down to the third touch. Né? We'll just see what happens on Monday. And yeah, on 15 minutes, let's get here. Okay. So obviously you can see how I got that here on the 15 minutes. That's where I normally get my entries. 15 minutes rejection here. That's how we got the rejection. Price went up, went up, went up. So this area is an area of resistance there. So one thing that I want to do for me to buy Nasdaq is once price breaks out of here, obviously, but once the price turns this area into into support, because this is still resistance and I can't buy at the resistance. Né? So if this area respects, obviously it's going to go back down. If it respects, it's going to go back down, catch the others on the wrong side, on which others are going to be riding sells. But if this area obviously does respect, then it's going to go up, break out of it, then come back maybe, or even if it's not a comeback, but the next, maybe, let's have, I'm not too sure how I can show you guys one clear, simple example of what's more likely to happen. Let's say, let me take this whole scene from here, maybe to here. Let's try to use this one here. Maybe a movement such as this, and like it does go up, then obviously it comes back down to retest the support. Then now you know why you are buying. You can't buy at the resistance. This is still resistance. You can't buy here, but here now it's at support. You have to buy at support, so you go all the way up with it. And when you buy here, obviously your stop loss is gonna be not too far. It's gonna be just somewhere around here. Then you go all the way up with it, and your target is that 1 hour target that we're looking at. Obviously, your first target is now this, but we're going all the way up to here on which it's a huge range. You have to also see on the potential of what you are riding there. How big is it? Is the range more big? And is it comfortable? Is it a trade that you're willing to take and stuff? So the range is much more better because our stop loss is going to be literally below here. And we have to ride our target. Our first target obviously is here, but we're riding all the way to here. So whatever buy we see within this area, we're going to be taking. Whatever resistance turning into support that you see within that area, it's a perfect buy. It's a perfect buy. Okay. Yeah, we did kill it. We did. You've seen, the setups that we did cover. It's exciting. Not only that, but it's exciting to see the whole progress that we are making as a team. Just being able to literally just analyze the markets together, see some of the specific things that we are seeing together. It's amazing. It brings the team a bit more closer. Luckily, Killer's out, but yeah, it brings the team a bit more closer, and it allows us to also be able to conversate in a much more deeper way, because we can get to ask questions, get to have your questions answered, and all these things. But yeah, you did see these setups that I shared. Make sure that you do like, make sure that you do subscribe. Not only that, the 0 to 6 figure blueprint code is still up and running. You guys can make sure to really check it out, and I will see you on the next video that I'll be posting.